From LALATE News headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Mornings, LALATE.
It's a big morning of mornings, early mornings, LA, with incredible great details about your fourth stimulus check update of 2021. In today's recording, we go over that monthly stimulus check and why the Democrats who are working on this stimulus check over the weekend are likely to give you more months of checks. Then we cut to the recon. Done deal, signed, sealed. $3.5 trillion of checks are coming to you and the American people. But why is this getting deliciousness? I'll go over the incredible details of this fourth stimulus recon, $3.5 trillion, and what it means for you in this early morning's broadcast. Then we cut to the big rush for those MSCs as the number one guy in D.C. wants to give it to you. I'm going to go over what he is preparing for and how he's setting this in position. We'll meet a new cast member on the show. Her name is Freedom Frida, and she has a lot of cash in her hand. She also has a lot of fake facts, and she also has a strange eyebrow. Watch for the eyebrow. There it comes. Here it goes. There. Wait a second. There it is. All right. She joins Calendar Cod, who we met this week, and also Calendar Colleen. Because guess what? It's September. And over this Labor Day weekend, I'll be with you all weekend long because the deliciousness starts right here, right now, as we go into a beautiful, bold, and sufficiently ready to rock and roll early mornings, LALATE. I hope you're having a beautiful day across the board. And it's Labor Day weekend. And guess what? I will be with you all weekend long, live on air, taped on air, and potentially on location as well. You've asked for it, so I'll try to deliver it as well. In this fourth stimulus check update 2021, we'll go over those monthly stimulus checks and why the Democrats are likely to give you more months of checks. We cut to the recon. Done deal, signed, sealed. $3.5 trillion of checks coming to the American people under the fourth stimulus recall. I'll have all the incredible details in the second half of this video. Then we cut to the big news as the number one guy in D.C. has your back on this fourth stimulus, monthly stimulus MSC. We'll go over what he's asking you to do and what I'm asking you to do as well. There's a lot of deliciousness in this recording because guess what? The toast is toasting, the butter is buttering, I'm here, you're here, and this is LALATE, America's only 24-hour day, 7 days a week financial news channel in America. Live in the morning, well, not like now, but certainly thereafter. And then taped in the afternoons. Currently on the channel, live is overnight's crypto. Then at 9 o'clock, I'm back with you live with mornings LALATE, and then at noontime at 11 a.m. with noontime. So subscribe. 400,000 subscribers on YouTube. Record I want you part of this family. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like the video, 3,000 likes, and consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP. The link is under the video right today. Meantime, if you've not signed up for those LA alerts, you need to do so. 1,000 of you are still sitting in the confirmation zone. So make sure you confirm. You go to news.la.com, put your name and email address in, and away you go. You'll start receiving alerts like this one. That's at news.la.com. Make sure you watch for that confirmation email. It looks like this. It may be in the spam folder or the Gmail promotions folder. Click the blue button, and away you go. And with that, let's go into those monthly stimulus checks, House versus Senate, Senate versus House, and who wants to give you what and how they want to do it. Let's go over the details starting right now. We have senators and we have House members. Senators are Warren, Sanders, and Wyden. Monthly, not saying the number of months and not saying the amount. Then we have AOC and Omar saying $2,000 but not saying the number of months. Then we have House Ways and Means saying monthly but not saying the number of months or amount. Then we have the non-legislators of the American public calling for a petition, 4 million signatures currently, about $2,000 a month, but not saying how many months. But the one that's captivated country, of course, is the incredible news of the House bill. That is pandemic plus 1 year, featured on this channel for several months. Pandemic plus 1 year, but it's $1,000 a month after the first month of $2,000. I think you have an opinion. Vote House or Senate, and tell me where you're tuning in from and how the weather is in today's far start of Labor Day weekend. Who gets this first stimulus check? You do. Democrats represent that if you're a single individual, you get one. Double it if you're a married couple, 150,000 or less, and then family of 4, quadruple it. Democrats represent they want to give you one as well. The first stimulus check is not income. It's not taxable. And the first stimulus check would be the same amount for everyone, including adult dependents. And finally, if you're at the beach this weekend, which you probably are, do not be fretting or scared if a check runs up to you and starts waving at you, because the first stimulus check is not a waivable check, and the check coming up to you is not the first stimulus check. It's the French check. You know, the tourists visiting, you know, their French fries are not as good as ours. And then if another check walks up to you, instead of waving, kisses you on both cheeks, don't feel offended. It's the Italian check, and the linguine is delicious. In the second half of this video, we'll be going over the incredible details of your fourth stimulus recon. That fourth stimulus recon is absolutely wonderful. And then we'll be cutting to the big news about that MSC coming from that number one guy in D.C. His name is Bernie Sanders. But first, let's get some money. We're going to get some rent, utilities, food, internet, and mortgage assistance. And I want to introduce you to our new cast member. If you missed her last night, her name is Freedom of Speech Frida, or as we call her, Freedom Frida. She has a very interesting eyebrow. There goes that eyebrow again. Let's see her one more time. You may notice her at the supermarket. She walks in just carrying hordes of cash. She's not really buying anything. She's just showing you she has some cash. And what does Freedom Frida say about this whole situation? So she says, why are we talking about third stimulus? We should be talking about fourth stimulus. Because guess what? Third stimulus is actually paying fortunes of money right now, not 5 weeks from now, not 5 months from now. And congratulations to the people who are delivering their planes of money to Freedom Frida over me right now. Now, here is some of the success stories that came in over this last 24 hours. Kyra reports to me she got $7,000. Congratulations. Valerie reports she got $9,000. Dawn says she got rent, electric, and gas from third stimulus from me this week. And she says heart, smile, heart, heart. Kitty cat. I don't know what the kitty cat is. Morris, I don't know. Grouchy cat, I don't know. And then Deborah got Snap $4.15 a month. That's great. If you have a success story, send it to me on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. This money is available for you right now, so why would you not get it? Fourth stimulus is not paying anything to anyone's bank account today or tomorrow or next week. But third stimulus is right away, not 5 months from now and not even 5 weeks from now. Right away. We're going to get some money right together as a family for rent, utilities, mortgages, and homeowners utilities starting right now. And our inspiration is Johnny. He came in a week ago today, and he was in a week in which 2 other people got over 40,000, but he stopped. He did not stop at 40,000. He kept on pushing, and by the end of the weekend, he got 80,000. 7 items. Let's go over the 7 items and his incredible $80,000 win from third stimulus. SNAP, $12,000. EIDL, $10,000. Taxes at $2,000. Housing, $21,000 first, and then another $25,000 for housing. And then electricity, power at $9,000, and they got $50 a month for internet and phone, bringing his grand total to $80,000. This is your money. You need to be getting it. It's available right now. So let's get a pen and paper ready. We get some money for rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, and homeowners assistance. We're going to look at that rent. Viewers are commonly getting over $20,000 from this channel. So why would you not want it? Look at this deliciousness that the Purple Hawks, Purple Powers, and Casino VIPs are getting. Oh my goodness. Elizabeth, 27, 25, 24, 22, $20,000. Then we go to utilities. Johnny getting $9,000. So as a Purple Hawk, he's on the high end. You've seen the numbers are going higher. Snap, incredible. $18,000 annualized, but you're going to meet someone in a second who's going to get $25,000 starting in October. And then the combo, 3 items or more. My goodness. Great job, Nancy, at 3 items at $32,000. And Nisi, 3 items at $23,000. But then there's Mark. Mark got 2 items at $32,000. But let me tell you the 4 parts of his story that are wonderful. Number 1, Mark had gotten 2 items at $32,000. But for 5 days on camera, I said to Mark, go get Snap. And he did. Within less than 5 days, he got the Snap. Number 2, he told his neighbor about this channel, and within 5 days, the neighbor got $20,000 of rent. Number 3, Mark had considered getting 3 items, but now is coming back and getting more items. And finally, number 4, Mark went and got more money for Snap. And how much is it? I'll show you in 1 second. But what's important to understand is that these are not rare circumstances. We had a viewer a week ago today who did the same thing, told her friend about this channel. And what did her friend get? $21,000. That's Shanann, Purple Hawk, told her friend about this channel, got $21,000 the friend, $9,000 for rent, $5,000 for utilities, and $66,000 for Snap. I told my friend about you, LALATE, and now she's addicted. Well, money's addicting. $21,000. Great job. So Mark went back and got that Snap. How much did he get? $19,000, bringing his grand total to $50,500, because this is what we do. And Lorraine got over $105,000, and this is LALATE. If you're new to this channel, this is the only place in America like this, a channel that's delivering 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, financial news across the board. No one's doing that. And second, getting you money day in, day out. I've been doing this since day one. This channel launched to help get people money for that EIDL grant and EIDL loan. They had applied, and their applications were stuck in what I called the 330, the 331, and the 484 text. But one after another, I got each of them approved, getting $25 million of EIDL loans approved. 3 days later, on April 28th, going live, it was supposed to be nationwide, but it was only a few states, was a new program that unfortunately was very confusing. And what was it? It was called PUA. People didn't understand what it was. People didn't know it existed. And then when they found it, they said, how do I do this? I apply on the UI side to get rejected before I go to the PUA side. Day in, day out, I help people get their applications approved, some that had started and got stalled. I remember there was one viewer who had done all his weeks but still had not seen any money. And I said, this is what you do. A lot of people have never been on unemployment their entire life. And then people started seeing these monies come on in. And that's how we started seeing Eileen Bellenkamp getting $15,000. Great memories. And in fall of 2020, same problem. Second stimulus was not coming. No $600 stimulus check, so you needed money. I helped give viewers $250,000 of rent, utilities. And that's like Tyrone, his family 4 out of Boston, getting $15,000, $16,000 for rent. Now we're doing it again. Because guess what? There is no forced stimulus coming this week. There's no forced stimulus coming next week. There's no forced stimulus coming this week. So you need money? Well, let's get it. It's third stimulus. Let's get that pen paper ready. We're going to do it right now. This is money for rent, utilities, food, and internet starting right now. And I have some introductory remarks for you. Number one, I'm going to show you 6 places to reach out to. So if one says no, don't worry, reach out to the next one. They have different pots of money and different eligibility. Number 2, listen to the keywords I say in the video. It helps keep people get approved. Number 3, every state's paying the money across the board. All right, here are the 6 places you reach out to. Your city hall, your city house authority. 2, your county hall, your county house authority. 4, and your state hall and your state house authority. 6. The keywords you say are rent assistance because of COVID, rent or mortgage or utility assistance because of COVID. And there you go. There you go. Congratulations to Tim and Linda who got this wonderful pot of money. If you got rent or utilities as well, post it in the live chat. The next pot of the money is the money from SNAP that comes from the Department of Agriculture to you. It's a lot of money. Eligibility is a SNAP. That's why they call it SNAP. And it's money for food. Food is important. You don't eat food, you're dead. So go get this money. And how much are people getting? Well, you saw Mark got $19,000. He's now going to get $25,000. Why? Because of an order that came in 2 weeks ago. Department of Agriculture has announced that everyone's benefits are going up lifetime, automatically, nationwide, an average of 25%. Oh my goodness. So if you got this money as well, post in the live chat right now. Lynn Glenn got it for herself, her son, and her mom, and Gail as well. The next part of the money is the money coming back from your state due to overpayment of a computer error because they didn't upgrade the computer. One viewer got $3,000, another viewer got $5,000. States have been ordered to return that money back to you by the federal government. Federal government has also ordered the states to upgrade their computers because they're running old computers with old stuff. And someone has an opinion about this. You know who has an opinion about the old computers? Calendar Colleen. It's September. You're still running Windows 05? It's September. So that's one of the few occasions when Calendar Colleen is helpful. The next part of the money is the money coming back from IRS. This is a refund check of that 2020 tax return that you paid taxes on. And now the refund check is coming back to you. The average refund check is about $1,200 to $2,000. It's landed by direct deposit or in the mail. Margaret got it, Cod got it. But here's a personal message first between me and you before we go over more about those details. This channel is launched to help get you money. And ultimately, we continue to push every single day. But if you're on the live chat, post your success stories for rent, utilities, food, or internet that you got because it inspires other people to get the money. And every time you do it, someone realizes, I got to pick up the phone. I just got to pick up the phone. Today's my day. These people are getting the money. I see fourth stimulus is not coming this week, but I really would like my rent paid. So let me pick up the phone and do it. And now you're seeing these sums of monies are a lot more money than, a few $100s. This is a lot of money, folks. So pick up the phone and call. Post your success stories in the live chat. A lot of people never heard of Snap till they found this channel like Larry Maui. He's getting $6,000 annualized. And then people seeing these sums of monies are huge. If you got one item, don't stop at one item, get 3 items. Go 7 items. Keep on pushing. Get these big sums of money. You are owed it. Do it to yourself. Do it for yourself. And keep on pushing. Let's go back to those unemployment benefits. Where they landed, direct deposit, otherwise in the mail. Can you track it? Yeah, go to iris.gov and do a transcript search. And 70% of the time it will work. It'll reveal the refund check you're getting, the tax return you filed, and the taxes you paid. It'll also cause Calendar Cod to say, but whatever happened to July? He has an eyebrow problem also. Do you notice that? It's just that eyebrows. I don't know what's with those videos of the eyebrows. And there you go. Can we top that? Yes, as we go into the second half of this Four Symbols Check Update 2021. Starting right now, deal done, signed, sealed. Your Four Symbols Recon is a done deal. Let's go over all the incredible great news starting right now. 2 weeks ago, well, I guess it's now a week and a half ago, the Democrats passed the fourth stimulus recon procedural, which means that you're getting a fourth stimulus recon of $3.5 trillion. What does this mean for you? Number one, it means that there will be a recon. And second, that'll be $3.5 trillion. And more importantly, that it's all checks for the American people. Imagine if you got 30,000 of the third stimulus. And now we're looking at fourth stimulus. Imagine how you're going to do for that one. Because third stimulus was this small and 80% for corporations. And this one is this big and all for corporations. In fact, Bernie Sanders said that yesterday. He said, get ready for this fourth stimulus recon. You're not used to one that's all for Americans, citizens. The previous ones have been all for big corporations. And how do they do this? By taking the roads and bridges out of the recon, putting in the bipartisan. A conservative publication confirms my reporting. The higher the price tag was on the recon, the harder it was to pass. There you go. But by allowing the Democrats to take out some of the spending from the recon and put it in the bipartisan, the roads and bridges, the overall price tag of the recon got smaller. In other words, the bipartisan deal made the recon passable. Now, there's 2 types of reporters you can tune into. One who tells you news after the fact. Yeah, you're not watching that person. And someone who tells you news before it happens. That's what you do with the financial markets. You trade on the news. You buy things on the news, and then you sell on the report, or the rumor, and then you sell on the news. You don't buy something after the news is reported. So I had told you in the month of June and July that the Democrats were going to agree upon this recon. They did. They had meetings in the month of June and July to do a recon and to do it at $3.5 trillion. And they asked all the Democratic caucus members, would you do it? So that was done. So when they called this for a vote in August last week, it was a blink of an eye. It was done. And that's why you tune in here, because ultimately there's always going to be Freedom Frida, who, because of freedom of speech, she thinks she can just say fake stuff. Fake false stuff. And what did Freedom Frida say? They're never going to take care of your recon until October. They're all on vacation. They're all gone. They haven't voted on anything. Untrue. Fourth stimulus recon passed last week. So now we're doing recon substantive. Let's go over then what happened was that basically they agreed upon a big price tag, $3.5 trillion. That was the result of a lot of negotiations. Going into those negotiations, they said we need to go big. That's why Representative Ilhan Omar, Democrat, Minnesota, and Representative Richie Torres, a Democrat, New York, had said we need recons to go as big as bowls. We want it. We need to have a larger recon. They got it, $3.5 trillion. And once they agreed upon the recon, the president said, protect my recon, progressives, because everything in that recon is checks for the American people, progressive priorities. That's what Jollipaul and Schatz said they were told. So what's a recon? What is a bipartisan? Which one is the tow truck? And is it an EV or a Cadillac? Let's go over all the details starting right now. The recon is your money. It is path 1 of 2 paths. Recon is also called reconciliation, also called the budget bill, price tag $3.5 trillion, also called the Democratic spending plan or the progressive social reform plan. There you go. Bipartisan, not your money, also called roads and bridges or infrastructure. Well, guess what? Our tow truck has passed over the finish line. Congratulations. The recon procedural passed last week. That means that all we're doing now is to pick up the tow hitch, the recon substantive. And what is the difference between recon procedural and recon substantive? Very slight difference. Recon procedural is, do we agree to do it? Do we agree to have it the recon of $3.5 trillion where we're splitting the money between the committees, $10 here, $20 there? I do. Then recon substantive then says, okay, now that a committee is given money, how is it spending the money? Very, very simple concept. And that's why it's very important to push Purple Power with seats for stimulus. Hashtag seats for stimulus. Say, they're determining how to spend the money right now in the terms and conditions. So this is the time and place to push. And there you go. What you're seeing for the first time on this early morning's broadcast is that Ron Wyden this week confirms they're working all week long on these terms and conditions, and all weekend long. And Bernie Sanders and Chuck Schumer are talking 5 times a day, making modifications to this language. So now is when you push, because you need to make sure they spend the money the right way. It's all on us, but they still have to spend the money the right way. How do we get to this wonderful spot? By taking roads and bridges out of the recon, put it into the bipartisan, and also by calling the vote. That's what Jal Paul's letter said to Schumer. The letter was signed by 12 House Democrats, part of 100 plus, who recently wrote the president a letter saying, we're going to be putting monthly forced stimulus checks in the forced stimulus recon. Wow, can we top that? Yes, 7 members of the House Ways and Means Committee recently wrote the president a letter saying they're putting monthly forced stimulus checks in the forced stimulus recon. That same group from earlier in the video, yep, that is them. Now, Purple Power, you need to push because these people are promising this money. That is the House Ways and Means Committee. They don't say how many months, and they don't say the amount. Then we have the House bill, which is $1,000 a month, and pandemic plus 1 year. We have AOC and Omar that give us an amount, but not the number of months. And then we have Warren Wyden not saying the amount or the number of months. So push Purple Power. And can we top that? Yes. As we go into the final 15 minutes of this early morning's broadcast, some new stuff you're going to see for the first time in this early morning's broadcast. Of course, you're going to be more of Freedom Frida. Then we could be cutting to what application-based stimulus is and why this is so easy to understand and why Purple Hawks are so ready for this. And we'll be looking at fifth stimulus as well. But first, here's a personal message. When you look at forced stimulus, the vast majority of the money under forced stimulus is application-based, meaning you have to pick up the phone and call. If you've done that under third, second, or first, or anything else I've covered on this channel over the last year, you're ready. But if you haven't, I want you to do so. This channel is all informational, but it's also about you applying the information, using the skill. Picking up the phone, calling the electric company, saying rent assistance because of COVID, or mortgage, utility assistance because of COVID, depending on who you're calling up. City Hall, City House Authority, County Hall, County House Authority, State Hall, State House Authority. Once you got on one item paid because you picked up the phone, you did yourself, the proudness you're going to feel because you're going to know you're going to kill it under forced stimulus. And then if you can't get the other sums of money, don't worry, reach out to the volunteers. Here's a little bit about the volunteers, and I'll be back with you in the second half of this big early morning's broadcast. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals, reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE. And the excitement continues right now on Early Mornings LA, direct from Santa Monica on this big Labor Day weekend. I'm going to be with you all weekend long, so you better stay with me. We'll be live and taped, maybe even on location. We're going to have a lot of fun Because guess what? The congressional leaders are working as well. They're working around the clock because September is a very busy month, says Ron Wyden. And they need to get this recon done now. And we're going to go over all the details of this recon in the second half of this video. And we're going to go over why Purple Hawks are going to pounce on this Fourth Stimulus recon and why you're going to do so well. Then we're going to go over what is now set in place for that MSC and the Purple Power. Time to flex it, Purple Power, and show what muscles you got in this game, because this is all you. So with that, thank you for joining me, and let's get to the exciting details starting right now. So subscribe. 400,000 subscribers to YouTube record. I want you part of this family. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like the video, 2,000-3,000 likes, and consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Calcino VIP. Meantime, if you have not signed up for those LALATE alerts, please do. It's totally free. It's in the description of this video. News.la.com. Hit that alert system. Put your name and email address in there. And then watch for that confirmation email, and you'll start getting the alerts wherever you are and on the road. Let's cut to the exciting details of Fifth Stimulus, which is just underway. Fifth Stimulus is the latest benefits program that raises your benefits up if you're on SSI and SSDI, Social Security and railroad benefits. Step one of Fifth Stimulus is to really fix the whole issue across the board of benefits. Let's go over how this works starting right now. First thing they're going to do is they're going to raise your benefits up a lifetime. Then they're going to apply a new benchmark. That new benchmark is inflation. They're going to remove the asset limit, add inflationary benchmark, and remove the income exclusion. Let's go over all the details starting right now. Step one, they'll raise your benefits up lifetime. That's you if you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, veterans benefits, SSA, or multiple beneficiaries. Step two is they're going to remove they're going to apply the benchmark. The benchmark's inflation. And where's it going to go? It's going to be transitory. It's going to go up high. When? In December. How high? I'm saying about 5%. OMG. So let's do the analysis. First, it'll go up. Then they'll apply the inflationary benchmark. If it's 5%, you'll go up another 5%. Not just next year, but a lifetime. Because once your benefits go up, they'll never go down. They're going to move the asset cap, dating back to a 1980s law that says you can't have more than $3,000 on hand. It's going to go away. They're going to remove the income cap, dating back to a 1960s law that says you can't work and stay on benefits. And finally, the marriage penalty is going to go away. And love is going to win. You'll be able to marry your longtime love interest. No longer fear a loss of benefits, and have your benefits restored if they're canceled. Viewers like Rob and Sandy will be able to get married. Finally, really exciting details is whether there will be a Fifth Stimulus check. There will be. It will be next year. And lastly, if you're in the live chat and you have not become a Purple Hawk, what are you doing? Purple Hawk is delivered daily from me to you via the YouTube community page and the LALATE alert page. A breakdown of all the big money from first, second, and third stimulus for you to get. Purple Hawks are the people in the live chat with that emoji next to their name. When you deliver this information, you learn about how to get all this big sum of money. That's why Purple Hawks are getting $10, $20, $30, $40, $50, $100,000 under these stimulus packages. When the third stimulus package passed, a lot of people said, oh, $1,400, when? And it's sort of like the same people that are saying it now. Fourth stimulus, when? Guess what? I always said back in January last year, I said, I don't care for you to focus on the when of the fourth stimulus check. I want you to get the other money that's in this third stimulus package. And I said at that time, I can get you $14,000. Well, now you see what Purple Hawks are doing. The $1,400 stimulus check landed, but now Purple Hawks are getting $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $100,000, $80,000. It's a lot more than $1,400. So consider becoming a Purple Hawk today to get this big sums of money. And with that, we go into the final 15 minutes of this video starting right now. Deal done, signed, seal. A fourth stimulus recon is a done deal. Let's go over all the incredible details. A fourth stimulus recon passed. This is the recon procedure, which means that 1, there will be a recon. 2, it'll be $3.5 trillion. And 3, it'll be all checks for the American people, mostly application-based. This is confirmed. The stimulus checks on top of that are still on the battleground. So let's go over these confirmed application-based checks. And what does it mean? I had a great question yesterday in one of the chats. Someone said, do I have to? Why would I have to apply for money under fourth stimulus recon? Because IRS doesn't know anything about your teeth. That's usually the best line I can give you. Because let's take a look at some of the items that are proposed for fourth stimulus recon. One of them is about money for your teeth, and here you go. Cheaper prescription medication, tax break checks, free school meals for all checks, checks for farmers, checks for free internet, checks for your teeth, checks for dental, checks for vision, checks for hearing care, checks for seniors, and checks for worker protections. You see all those items are subject type checks. They don't know the condition of your situation. They don't know if you have internet or don't have internet, your vision, you don't have vision, or your teeth, you don't have teeth. They don't know anything about that. Who's they? IRS. IRS can't send you a check from the Department of Treasury for your teeth because they don't know anything about your teeth. Who would know something about it? The committees that you reach out to, and you've been doing it since day one. First, second, third stimulus, always you've been picking up the phone saying, I'm owed this money because of, and you got the money. PPP, EIDL, PEBT, SNAP, rent, utilities, EIDL, all these things, you've done this before. Only difference here is there's going to be a lot of them. There won't be just one item for you to get. There'll be a lot of them. Just like how Johnny got 7 items from third stimulus. Imagine how many items under fourth stimulus, which is a lot bigger. You've been doing these application-based all along, and you're going to kill it under fourth stimulus recon. Now, when we look at recon procedural, this is what we talk about. The committees are given the sums of money. Here's the money for this and money for that. Go get it. Pick up the phone and get that money. Now, with that, let's cut to the MSCs. And let's take a visit with our cast of characters. There is Freedom Frida. What does Freedom Frida say? She says, I haven't heard anything about stimulus checks from Glenn Beck or Tucker Carlson. They're not going to tell you about any stimulus checks from the Democrats, trust me. But she may have also listened to broadcast media, and broadcast media may have said, I haven't heard anything about stimulus checks. Well, have you asked? Have you asked? No, they haven't asked. They haven't asked. So they've given you bad, uninformed, inaccurate reporting over the last few months. This channel's asked, and the response is yes. 2 weeks ago, a viewer of this channel, WR, reached out to Chris Coons, Senator Chris Coons, Democrat, Delaware, Joe Biden's old confidant. Is it going to be in a stimulus check? Is it going to be monthly? And this very kind staffer from Chris Coons' office says, yes, Senator Chris Coons is proposing a monthly stimulus check. There you go. Did anyone think from the broadcast media to pick up the phone and ask? No, of course not. Where did they do their research based upon? Their research was based upon the web search of search engines. Yeah, that's not journalism. That's laziness. Then, last weekend, we had a tip-off. Well, let me tell you how the tip-off happened. The recon is also called a more formal name. Do you know what the more formal name is? The Reconciliation Budget Bill. Budget bill. Notice that word budget. Which committee oversees this in the Senate? The Budget Committee. Yeah, it's sort of obvious. The Budget Committee with the Budget Bill. Yeah. And so what's the head of the Budget Committee called? The chairman of the Budget Committee of overseeing the Budget Bill. Oh, okay. That's sort of obvious as well. And what's his name? Who's the budget chairman of the Budget Bill? Bernie, Budget Bill Chairman. Yeah, Bernie Sanders is the chairman of the Budget Committee that oversees the Budget Bill. It's just all sorts, lots of B's. B, budget, Bernie. And you never knew that. No, of course you didn't know that. So what is he responsible for? Getting the recon done. How to spend the money in the budget of the Budget Bill, of the committee that he oversees as the chairman. Well, what did he say last weekend? Contact me. That's basically what he said. Did the broadcast media contact him? Of course not. Of course not. What did they contact? Who they contact? Courtney and Kim to ask them about the new hair color from her sister's hair care line. Yeah, that's all they do. So did they reach out to Bernie? No. Bernie actually said in a quote on Saturday last weekend, he said, other prior budget chairmen sort of do everything in the DC universe, but I like to get out amongst the people. Amongst the people, translation means he likes to hear from you as to how to spend the money. So last weekend I told viewers, reach out to Bernie Sanders and express your professional opinion about what you think should be done about an MSC. Lynn Glenn called him, and certainly Brother Joshua did. Brother Joshua is a longtime viewer of this channel and a former volunteer for the community page. Picked up the phone, called Bernie Sanders' staff, and was professional, respectful, and kind, and said, let's talk about that MSC. What did the staffers say to start? Oh, Senator Bernie Sanders is proposing that. Stop the press. What happened to your Courtney and Kim story? Maybe you should put that away and start focusing on picking up the phone and calling the guy that's in the committee that's the chairman of to ask him, broadcast media, if he's doing this. Because we picked up the phone and within 10 seconds we had an answer. And you haven't darned care to do that in less than, 3 months? This is why people are sort of enamored, sort of exhausted by focusing on these broadcast channels. And guess what? The same broadcast channel will send out the same broadcast feed to its 35 affiliate stations across the country that there's nothing there because they haven't picked up the phone and called. Rather, were testing the new hair care line between Courtney and Kim. So there you go. That was number one. Number two was that the staffer then went into details with the items with Brother Joshua. Bernie Sanders is proposing a stimulus check between $1,000 to $1,400. Number two. Number three, that there would be a monthly reoccurring payment. Great news. And number four, that would be 3 to 6 months. Yes, incredible great news. Now, let me go over a couple things about this, which you're hearing for the first time on Early Mornings broadcast. Number one, some of you have done a great job. You have picked up the phone. You have called Bernie Sanders' office. You have also gone on his website and wrote him a letter, or you've tweeted him, or you've gone to his Facebook account. Others of you have done nothing but complain or do nothing at all except say when, and when. But those of you who have done a great job, you lead by example. We don't focus on the negativity on this channel. We focus by leading by example. And I did this yesterday. I think I'm going to continue to do this. If you're on the live chat right now, post which senator or House member you've contacted about the stimulus checks. Post it right now so other people see it and also inspires people to see, oh, I didn't think of doing it that way. I didn't think of doing it that way. I saw someone in one of the chats the other day said, can you give me the number I want to call? I want to make can you help me? Tell me where it is. I want to do it myself also. Just like how I help you inspire people with rent and utilities, posting success stories, I want you to inspire other people to make the call. Pick up the phone and call Bernie Sanders' office and be respectful and polite and kind and say, I want to urge the importance of a monthly stimulus check. Purple Power, LALATE, and make it very clear. LALATE, Purple Power, MSC. We need a monthly stimulus check. Because when you post in the live chat or in the comments where you're called, guess what? Guess what it drowns out? It drowns out our new cast of characters. It drowns out freedom. I haven't heard about anything. Well, stop listening to Glenn Beck and Tucker Carlson. And then it drowns out our wonderful Calendar Cod, whose comment is, whatever happened to July? What happened to August? Well, my response to Calendar Cod is, whatever happened to you contacting your senators? Have you done anything, or do you just complain a lot? And then there's Calendar Colleen. It's September. Yeah, it's September. You know what my response to that is? Well, it's September. How many days in this month have you contacted your senator, Colleen? It's September. Pick up the phone. It's September. What are you doing, Colleen? It's September. Soon it's going to be October and you haven't picked up the phone and called anyone. Then, next thing that I want to go over, which is very important, is sort of the calculation of the situation. Now, very, very finite group of people have been doing one thing, but another sort of slightly larger group has been doing the other thing. A moderate-sized number of people have been on Twitter, tagging LALATE, sadly, that says, we want what the House bill said, which is $2,000 a month for 12 months. Are you my viewer? Are you my viewer? Because I've never said the House bill is $2,000 for 12 months. Never said that. For everyone who says you repeat things. Well, that one I really repeat. I repeat that House bill ad nauseum. So if you have been watching me for more than 24 hours, because I repeat it in every single video with the same graphic, House bill is $1,000, is $2,000 the first month, $1,000 thereafter. Why would you be on social media tagging Bernie Sanders saying, I want that House bill of $2,000 a month? It doesn't help the cause because you're talking about pure nonsense. There is no House bill at $2,000 a month. Now, I'm not to say you shouldn't ask for whatever you want to ask for. That's fine. But don't identify yourself with LALATE and Purple Power and say there's a House bill of $2,000 a month. There is no House bill of $2,000 a month. It's $1,000 a month, which totals to $13,000 at minimum. And we saw that graphic all throughout the months of July and August as well. $2,000 a month over 12 months is $24,000 a person. No one in this whole universe has ever proposed $24,000 of stimulus checks for one person. Imagine a family for $100,000 of stimulus checks. That's not happening. That's not happening. So that's number two. Number three, there have been some very, very small group of people that says, I'm rejecting this. I'm not doing this. I'm rejecting Bernie Sanders. Well, who's going to back you for stimulus checks? Glenn Beck? I mean, you can have an opinion, that's fine, but don't back out because you have the number one guy on the number one committee who's the chairman of the committee who wants to do exactly what you want. And if you want to propose something alternative, that's fine. But don't propose anything crazy because it's not, it's outlandish. And finally, let's do the calculation. 12 checks at 12 checks at $1,000 a month after the first month of $1,000, which is $13,000. You've seen that graphic enough. The House bill, which is the largest of all the proposals. Remember, the House bill is the largest of all the proposals. Let's compare that to what Bernie's numbers are on the high end. Bernie is at the high end, 6 months at $1,400. That's a high end because he has a range. 6 times $1,400 is almost $9,000. $9,000 in 6 months versus $13,000 in 12 months. I think you have an opinion about that as well. We've done that video before, where whether you prefer more money faster or less money faster or money slower over a longer duration. And we've had that discussion a lot, that where the House bill that pays $1,000 a month. Well, a lot of people say $1,000 a month doesn't get me caught up on the bills. It just sort of keeps me slightly behind because it's only $1,000 a month. Here the range goes up to $1,400. So if you're in the live chat, post which senator or House member you've contacted, and if you haven't, today's your day. Look at the other people who are in the live chat who are posting House and Senate members that they've contacted. And today is your day as well. Pick up the phone, call, be respectful, be polite. LALATE, Purple Power, MSC. Go to the website, go to the social media account, contact Elizabeth Warren, contact Ron Wyden, contact Chris Coons, contact Bernie Sanders. That's House side. Senate side. Then the House side. Every one of the House members that want you to have a stimulus check, like AOC and Jalapal and everyone else that I detail in this video. And with that, join me next as we go right into Overnight's Crypto. This video will automatically take you there in 6 seconds, so stay with me. Then I'm back with you at morning to LA at 9 a.m. It's going to be a great day of a lot of fun. Because guess what? It's September! Then subscribe. 400,000 subscribers of YouTube record. I want you part of this family. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like the video because guess what? It's no longer July. Whatever happened to July? Like today's video. You like the videos in July? Well, that's July. Whatever happens in July. This is now. And consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Casino VIP. Stay informed, stay focused, have a beautiful morning. The toast is toasting, the butter is buttering, and I'll be here with you next on Overnight.